All right, everyone, here we go with an energy weather update. It's Monday morning, right? Let's do it. Let's see where we're at here. Let me cut the deck real quick. I'll give the deck a shuffle. I will tell you, surrounding energies is what we talk about here, right? The surrounding energies. There's our theme energy. It's like I do in the monthly readings, right? I cut the cards, I pull a theme. I mean, it's Eight of Wands. I was just about to say the surrounding energies are full of communication. There should be. Obviously, we got Mercury moving into Scorpio. Yeah, I get all of that, but I'm not your astrologer. This ain't your fucking horoscope. But that has an impact, and the full moon in Aries has an impact. But it's about the energy right now as a whole, I think, is about listening as well as talking. Sometimes we keep toxic people in our lives because we never really listen to what they're saying. In this particular case here, there's a lot of deep, intense conversations that are likely happening. It might happen with you, might happen with yourself, might happen with somebody close. I don't know. Just keep one thing in mind for me in this energy. Yeah, see? The five. See how sad she is? Look at that. I didn't know that was there, and I was just about to say, I'm going to give you a piece of advice, okay? Because I've had to cut a lot of toxic people out of my life over the years, okay? There's no need for you to feel guilty. There's no need for you to feel sad. There's no need for you don't owe anybody a motherfucking explanation at all for why you don't want to be around their energy, right? You got to take care of you. You got to take care of yourself. You got to take care of your sanity, right? There it is right there. You don't need to feel that way. At all. If you say what you need to say, do what you need to do, whatever it is. Even if it's about things that you're cutting out of your life that's, internal within yourself. No guilt, Don't apologize, don't whatever. You don't owe anybody an explanation for it. Sometimes just for your own sanity, you need to break ties with things. There's conversations that are happening right now that will lead to that. Conversations with yourself, conversations with other people. It's in the air. It's there. Right? A key indicator on it, if somebody won't listen, you're pointing something out to them, they don't see it, that kind of a thing. You're not going to get through that wall in this energy. All right, let's shuffle the deck. Let's see where we go. Wow. That was a pretty spot on cut because that's what's going on right now, For a lot of you, it's not just internal. For a lot of you, it's external people, right? You do what you got to do. I mean, if you're getting done talking to somebody or spending time with somebody, you feel bad about yourself, or you're just angry, you're just crazy, messing up. Even if it messes up 1 minute of your life, that's too much. We don't have time for that shit, right? Toxic, you got time for it. All right, let's see where we go. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, or you found Steve's Love Chair, you're here for a reason. It could just be one thing I say, right? I mean, I don't know. I already told you. There's no need to feel guilty, but you don't owe anybody an explanation, right? At all. You don't. I mean, it's all right if you want to provide one. Well, you can just cut someone. That's perfectly acceptable. Any therapist will tell you sometimes it's better just to cut ties, whatever it is. Anyway, no need to get into 5 cups. All right. Here we go. Let's see where we're at. This reading is timeless. This energy will affect you all at different times. It depends where you are in your timeline, right? But let's see where we go. This is very productive energy. The whole fucking month of October, right up through the end of the year, quite frankly, but probably at least the 11/11 portal is fucking productive as fuck. It is productive. It really is. We can get a lot done. This 10/10 portal energy that I'll be pulling on tomorrow, holy shit. It's about taking something older. It's like I wrote about when I wrote about it in the monthly write-up in the blog, sltblog.com. It's, taking something old and restoring it. I equated it to restoring a car. But it's also, sometimes you can't. Sometimes you just can't work with it, right? Restoring a car, if the frame is cracked and you can't fix it, for some reason, there's just nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. We're sort of having conversations about that right now. We are in a liberation energy. 9 of Pentacles. I didn't know that was there. I had no idea. I didn't look. I don't like to look. I like to be surprised, just like you guys. There's a lot of crazy shit happening right now. People are having to have a come to Jesus, a reckoning with themselves. Is this what I'm about? Are these people what I'm about? It's serious shit. No fooling. There's some really, really, really serious things happening right now in the world and in the soulmate cycle, which I will stick to. You have to decide what you're taking with you into the future, what you're willing to Put your time, as it came up in a recent reading, how much of that cup are you willing to pour into something? Either something that's within yourself, a hobby or a thing you're trying to do, a passion project, what you think is your soul's true purpose, or into you in a relationship with another person or a potential one. It's about liberation. The energy of the opportunity is there. It's minor arcana. It's up to your free will. But right now, in the energy around us, the opportunity is there for you to liberate yourself. It's there, should you choose to take it. You can. You can get away with it. You might have if it's with another person, you might have a big blowout before it, but that blowout provides a reason to liberate yourself, doesn't it? You can always, if the person, well, I don't understand, you could always refer back, well, look, every time we talk, it ends up in this, clusterfuck of whatever, and then I'm fucked up for 5 days, right? The energy of liberation, the opportunity to liberate yourself is there, no doubt about it. And I love this. Fueling this, and the environmental energy is Two of Wands, the opportunity to move in a new direction, right? At the very least, right now, we can kind of see where we might be going, and that's good. That's better than not knowing. It really is. All right. We grab a sip of water and we'll turn that deck around and throw 3 cards. Give me a second. All right, let's see where we're at. Dry throat today. It's crazy, man. I'll tell you. All right, 3 cards. These 2, which tie to everything I've been saying. Hey, I've done it. Like I said, I got a lot of experience with cutting toxic people out of my life. I mean, you have to. And sometimes you have to. Otherwise, their energy just sticks to you. It won't go away, right? Anyway, let's see what's going on top. That's the environmental energy. It'll be crossing the center card. What do we get? Yeah, 3 of Cups. This is where the positive part of the reading comes in. I'll tell you what, the Knight of Pentacles and the Fool. This has been, whatever's been going on here with the Knight of Pentacles, it's been inevitable. It's been brewing. You've got a very, 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 the environmental energy right now is just all of it. The cut cards I did, the environmental energy here is all around this. This is the base energy of everything we've talked about so far right there in the center. And it is the perfect card. It's a Knight of Pentacles. It's about an inevitable. He's very reliable, sometimes we say, right? You give him the electric bill, it might get there a little slow. Your lights might go out, but they will pay the bill, right? It will get taken care of. There's an inevitable conversation, very, very deep with somebody. It's been brewing for a long time. This is the opportunity to liberate yourself and either move in a new direction or move with this person. Right? Either or. Or make peace. We could say a stalemate. We could say make peace with the 2 of Swords underneath all of that. Or you go your way and they go theirs. These swords aren't crossing in this deck. It's up to you. But I would not pass up the opportunity to take advantage of this energy. You can. It's just providing an opportunity. You can let it blow by. You can dodge somebody's phone call. You can dodge your own thoughts if something comes up for you and it makes you think and it stirs you up. You can ignore it. You can, I don't want that. I'm going to go somewhere. You can. You can completely blow this energy off. That's why it's minor arcana here. But I wouldn't. And here's why. Here's your movement cards around. This is all the base energy. Right? The cut cards, this, all based on this right here. And I say, it's a conversation, it's very deep and emotional, but here's why you should have it. Either with yourself, with somebody else, both, I don't care. This is an energy of celebration, and this is an energy of something new. Now, when I say a celebration energy, there's a third energy that's rolling in. It could be, the third energy doesn't have to be a person. It might be, right? You might be in for a threesome, which is something new for you, and you're willing to take the leap. I don't know. Right, but toning it back a little bit, somebody might want to take you out. Or this could be liberating yourself from this energy allows you to focus more on something that fuels your soul, something you're passionate about. I can't emphasize enough. The energy is here right now to fix some things before they get out of hand, before you miss other opportunities. It's right here. The Fool, major arcana, there is a destined thing. I don't like throwing too much hocus pocus in, but it is an energy weather update. I will say, and it's been coming up a little bit in some of the extendeds, I think, but it feels like you're being course corrected in some way. It feels like the universe is trying to show you something. It's trying to show you which way to go. Okay? And it's providing, I think, the opportunity to have this conversation with yourself or with this other person will show up within the energy. It's part of the flow. That's why it's showing up as an opportunity. Right? But I do think there's something here which only can really happen if we deal with this in some way. I think. Because think about it. If you're passionate about something, if you're doing something, and you got a toxic person around you who keeps bringing you down, even if there's a gap between when you talk to that person, then that's fine. You get a little break. You get a runoff from when they irritated you, and then you get a gap. But then they come back in, and they fuck it all up again, and the whole cycle, the whole vicious cycle starts all over, right? They're like raining on the parade sort of a thing. I think this is a great opportunity to liberate yourself from whatever that is. And you're doing it for you. Again, whatever. I mean, I don't know how else to put it, except the environmental energy in this energy weather update is providing us the opportunity to do something different, to move in a new direction, to live in peace. I get a very peaceful energy here. Now, it doesn't mean, for some of you, you're in a toxic situation because you just haven't had a talk with somebody, right? This is a chance for you to make peace. But if you can't, it's also a chance for you to liberate yourself, right? Easily. It's easier. The only reason you might be in that 5 cups is out of guilt for whatever it is, right? There's no need for that. Again, like I said, you don't owe anybody an explanation for taking care of yourself, right? All right. Let's pull on the Fool. Let's grab the lights here. Randomly at the bottom, I've got my party girl. Right? You got a chance to revisit something from your past, and this time I think you enjoy it a little bit more. I think joy is coming back to your life. I say it's celebration energy, but that's joy. I think there's some joy returning because of everything we've talked about up to this point. Right? All right. Your own decisions. Do what you want to do, but this is what the energy is doing. If there's some conversation that's supposed to happen it'll happen. Right? And it might start out real nice. It might be fine, but it will, if it's meant to happen, which it seems to be, it will escalate quickly. You know, any toxin will come to the surface. Any toxin you have with a person will come to the surface. Any toxin you have with yourself will come to the surface. This could be somebody you haven't talked to in a while, you don't usually like to talk to. They call up, you have a very nice conversation for like 3, 4, 5 minutes, and then something goes wrong. One thing, there's like a trigger, and it all goes to shit. It could be. The energy will provide for that, because it's trying to balance. It's just trying to resolve some things. The energy in nature continually tries to rebalance itself. We cut down a forest, it tries to regrow a new one. It's an example, right? It tries to rebalance. That's all. It's kind of what's happening here for you, so that you can get on the right track with whatever this is. Whatever this passion is with this person. It could be a new person. It could be a passion project, a soul's true purpose. I don't know. Nothing ruins a soul's true purpose than somebody raining on your parade and telling you what shit you are for that being your soul's true purpose, or that being your dream, or that being what you want to do, right? Nothing ruins that. I definitely get, for a few of you, a ruiner here. All right? You need to have a talk with them. Doesn't mean get rid of them, but find some common ground. Find some peace with that 2 of Swords I showed you. And if not, the opportunity to liberate is there. It is there. Why is the Fool here? It's very rare that it is. The energies have set up just right. Let's see where we go here. The Fool, why is that here? The King of Pentacles. There is an energy. I saw this in the extended for the Mercury reading, I think. I may even put it in the title. There's a set of energies I've been talking about that are rolling in. It's like a thunderstorm, but it's not a bad thing. It's good. You want this, right? You're hot and sweaty, and you want this rain to fall on you. It's one of those good thunderstorms. It's like, oh wow, we got to get outside real quick. That kind of a thing. No lightning going to hit you or nothing like that. You're coming into a period of there's an energy of stability. There's an energy where you feel content, where you feel good, and when you're in that energy, right? I don't know if you're in that energy because of this, which is because of this. Or when you're in that energy, this becomes better. But I believe these two feed each other, and it's a feedback loop. So because of this, you get in this energy, which allows you to now move in a new direction, which we know already from the 2 of Wands. But it's a big deal, new direction. It's a path you're supposed to be on. And because of that, there's an energy of contentment around it. There's an energy of stability, and that in turn feeds more of this celebration energy. I read it as joy more than anything else. All right, what's on top here? The Seven of Wands. Why is that here? The Five of Cups. The only way you fuck this up, this is the Five of Cups back. I showed it to you as part of the cut cards. Remember, we had the Eight of Wands and that sad girl out there, the devastated the Five of Cups was under the Eight Wands. Rewind. It was there. Here it is. The only way you distance yourself from this or mess this up in any way is in this Five of Cups. Again, I will just say one more time, it might be the theme of this energy. It might be why the energy is here. I have no idea. It's just sort of there. I just feel it. It's in there. You don't have to explain or apologize to anybody for taking care of yourself. Your own mental sanity, your own whatever, getting rid of getting a toxic energy away from you. Whether it's just something you keep thinking about, you keep waking up, it drives you fucking nuts, it ruins your day whenever it pops in your head, in your feelings, whatever, if it's that or if it's an external person. Try to straighten it out. Try to find some peace with it, right? And if you can't, the energy to liberate is there. It's there. That's the energy weather update. I mean, that is what's going on. The opportunity is there to liberate yourself. Well, there's going to be some intense conversations happening. It'll show up in your horoscopes. I'm sure it will. Mostly probably in the general astrology, But, I mean, it'll show up. There's going to be some intense conversations. Things are going to come out that have been swept under the carpet. Deal with it. It's a perfect energy for dealing with it. And the reward for it, provided you don't spend a lot of time, oh, I shouldn't have said that. Oh, I shouldn't have this. Oh, I feel bad now. It's lost. If you, this is sort of my problem with the Leo soap opera person, is they seem to keep going back to the toxin because they feel like, well, then I'll lose it. It'll be sad. Why are you sad about losing something that's not working? Why are you sad about toxin? Who gets nostalgic for toxin? I mean, aside from somebody in Stockholm syndrome, right, or that kind of a thing, I don't know. But this jams you up because you're sad about losing some kind of a toxic energy. You shouldn't be. Shouldn't be nostalgic for it. You shouldn't even look in your rearview mirror on it. It's not worth it. There's a lot to look forward to here. And I think the energy will show you that. I think it's trying to show you that. And underneath this King of Pentacles fueling it, which is crossing this Fool, is the fucking Magician. It's the start of a whole new fucking adventure. And yeah, you got all the tools you need. I know I hate that fucking read on the Magician, but you got all the tools you need to handle it. Everything is there. Don't get in the way of it. What's the bridging energy here, just for fun? Yeah. The Three of Wands. Why is that important? Because our reading ends with the Three of Wands, and the Two of Wands is fueling this liberation. It all starts with the cut cards and what I said here in the base energy. Right? And this all ties back. This ties with the Two of Wands in here. It's the Three Wands, and this ties back to the cut cards with feeling this. And I said you don't need to feel that way, and there's a reason you shouldn't. There's a reason I said that. And the reason I said that is because you might feel this way. Oh, but I feel bad. Then I'll call back later and apologize. You're going to call back later and fucking apologize to somebody that makes you feel bad about yourself, that makes you feel toxic. It ruins your week. No, you're not. What the hell? Do not do that. You get in the way of this. You change this course a little bit. You're being directed down this. Do what you want to do. Make your own decisions. I'm just telling you which way the energy's going and giving you some good advice. Because I tell you what, I've cut out a lot of people in my life over the years. I know how to do it. I know how to do it real well. And you sure as fuck don't get in this afterward. You don't regret it. You look on the bright side of it. Sometimes if you do it right, if you do it right, it feels like that feeling you got right on the first day of summer vacation, the last day of school as you were leaving school. You felt free. Wow, I got a couple of months off from school, right on. It's that kind of feeling if you do it right. If you don't do it right, it's this. All right? But I think the energy is set up for you not to be in this. It's just sort of a warning. You easily can get the advantage over this in this energy. All right? Wherever this is, whatever, I can't pinpoint it because there's thousands of people watching, but whatever this is, whatever this new direction is, that it's necessary for you to have this conversation with yourself about something or with somebody else, whatever it is, it's a big deal. It's a completely new direction for you. It's brand new. It's red water instead of blue. I mean, that's how fucking new and different it is. All right? But it might be something revisited from the past. It might be something you couldn't have done before because you weren't in the right frame of mind, or it failed before. That keeps coming up, some kind of opportunity to repeat something. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. That's your energetic weather update. What's the time frame on this energy? I think this energy stretches for quite a while. But I would say it's peaking right here around Mercury and Scorpio. So 3 weeks of that, and this full moon, a couple of weeks of the peak energy of that, right? So we'll say Rocktober, okay? I mean, it's the best I could do, but you're all moving at different speeds on your timeline. I'm not a fucking Time Lord, all right? That's your reading. Good luck.